Hey everybody, this is Billy. I'm doing another one of my vlogs here today. So I decided to break things up here a little bit. So first of all, I want to apologize for the noise in the back because we got, people everywhere and young kids are back there. So I'm gonna try to keep this video as PG as possible. But so I'm gonna do my weight loss vlog. Probably later in the week. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do my Billy vlogs where when I go walking, I'm going to talk about different things that, on my mind, movies, wrestling, video games, whatever, I'm thinking about. But also I'm going to do specific videos that I'm going to actually do the weight loss vlog videos as a separate entity. And how I'm going to do those is I'll do those once a week when I go get weighed, because unfortunately, I don't have a scale at home that I can use and kind of monitor my weight every day. So I think I explained this in one of my last videos. I'm going to go once a week and get weighed, and then we'll discuss my weight during those videos. So that's how I plan on doing those videos. Again, I have kids behind me, so just bear with me here. But today, I wanted to talk about the new Ghostbuster trailer that just came out. Now, I'm going to say something kind of controversial here, but I actually didn't think it was that bad. I actually kind of liked it. Now, does that mean that I think that the movie will be good or bad? You know what? I can't judge it until I actually see the movie. But I could already tell you that there's things in the movie, the way they're doing it, that I kind of wish they would have changed. Because one, I don't have a problem with an all-female cast. The all-female cast is absolutely fine. In fact, I'm a big fan of women in general anyways. Big women, ugly women, beautiful women. Doesn't matter. I like women regardless. So the fact that, they go with an all-women's cast, no problem at all. No problem at all. Love it. Where I do have a problem with the film is the way it's advertising itself and the way they could have fixed this and just made it epic. It only needed a small change. It's small change. It didn't even need. They don't need to go refilm the entire movie. They can keep practically the same script, just a couple changes. One of the biggest things that I think is kind of a slap in the face of the old Ghostbuster fans, because I do like the original Ghostbuster movies. And most people say, well, I love Ghostbuster 1, it was great, and Ghostbuster 2 was okay. But I'll be honest with you. I loved Ghostbuster 1, but I watched Ghostbusters 2 more because I guess as a child, they aired Ghostbusters 2 more than they did ever Ghostbusters 1. So it was kind of one of those things, like even with Bill and Ted, they showed Bill and Ted, the first one, more than they showed the second one. Well, with Ghostbusters, they always showed the second one more than they ever showed the first one. So I always end up catching the second one on TV. So I enjoy both movies. But where I think it's a big slap in the face to people who like the original Ghostbusters is the part where it shows at the very beginning of the trailer, 30 years ago, the city was saved by, these four individuals. And then it looks like they start a brand new story. So if you're going to keep that in the trailer, have that whole 30 years ago, you need to have it be a reference to actually have the movie reference the old stuff. Now, there's a couple ways they could have done it. One way, I know they're not going to do it, but there's a way they should have done it, is they could have kept the trailer almost exactly the way it is. But the one thing I would have changed is when they went in, so like, okay, they noticed the supernatural stuff is starting to happen, right? And they start doing research, and the thing they could have done, this is not what they did. This is what I think they should have did. This is kind of my own fantasy, we'll call it fantasy writing, okay? So this is my own way I would have written the script. So they go and they see all these supernatural stuff happening. They're scientists. They know enough about what's going on, and they go, you know what we need to do? We need to figure out how to stop these ghosts. So they do some research, and they find the ghost, like they find an ad where, like an old ad saying Ghostbusters, and they're like, oh, what is this? We never heard of these people, because maybe they weren't around when the original Ghostbusters happened, or they were too young to remember, the original Ghostbusters. So they go and investigate it. And then they find the old Ghostbuster building. And then, like, the old Ghostbuster building, they go in it, and it's got cobwebs full of stuff. And you kind of see, like, you could see, like, the green slime from the second movie. And you could, like, have them, like, see a broken trap. You know, the ghost traps. It could be, like, one on the table that's broken. And then this would have been an epic scene. They open up the door. And in the door, instead of them going to get a new car or whatever they do in the movie, they open up the door, and covered in cobwebs, dust, dirt, just grime, could have been the old Ecto-1. And then they go, well, we don't know what happened to the original Ghostbusters, but now we have to take the mantle. So they start rebuilding the traps and stuff, and it kind of becomes one of those montages of and it, like, you could have even the Ghostbuster music, Ghostbusters, and then when that line hits, they're all dressed up in the Ghostbuster suit. And then you could introduce the African American lady, have her come in and say, well, you guys might be scientists, but I know the city, and just do the movie the rest of the way. And then, like, if they wanted to later on, in this first movie, they didn't have to have any, like, the original stars in it, because they're gone. They're gone. You don't know what happened to them. And then if they made a second movie, they could maybe bring back Bill Murray for a cameo, or bring back Dan Aykroyd for a cameo. You know, they could bring back the surviving Ghostbusters around, because I know that one of them, I think it was the one that played Venkman or the scientist. See, I don't know the names very well. I think he passed away, unfortunately. But the ones that are still alive, like Bill Murray, he could have a cameo, and you could still do a Bill Murray cameo now, but could you imagine how much more epic it would be if he actually came back as his Ghostbuster character? And that's all they had to do to fix this movie. I mean, that to me would have made this movie epic. But the way they're going about it, I don't know. I'm going to go see the movie. I know that's probably not a popular thing people are going to say. Everyone wants to, trash this movie or whatever. But I'm going to go see it. I'm going to check it out, because I think there's some things in the trailer that actually made me laugh. I enjoyed it. And the CGI stuff doesn't really bother me all that much. I mean, I know a lot of people get bothered by too much use of CGI, but I thought it looked all right. So that's just my own personal 2 cents. Like I said, I'm not a film critic. I'm not anybody special or anything like that. But this is just a general person talking about what they thought. Another thing, there is one thing they could still do in the movie, because they didn't advertise it this way, and it could be a spoiler too. I don't have no inside information, but one thing they could do to kind of maybe fix the story a little bit, or at least tie it into the original Ghostbusters, is do like a thing towards the end, whenever they get to the gate wherever the ghost is at, and the ghosts are about to destroy the world. They could maybe peer into the gate and see like a parallel universe, and in the parallel universe you see the old Ghostbusters. That would be kind of cool. I'm just saying that's something they could have. Could be something in the movie where they actually, make a reference to the old Ghostbusters. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I doubt they'll do that, but that'd be cool. So that's just my thoughts on the Ghostbuster movie. I don't really care for reboots that much, even though I really love the new Star Trek reboot in 2009. I enjoy both of those Star Trek movies a lot, and I think that's the best way to do a reboot. If you're going to do a reboot, at least acknowledge the old films, because when you don't acknowledge the old films, you alienate the old fans. I know you're trying to bring in a new crowd, but why attempt to lose the old crowd that you already have? I mean, if there's a built-in fan base for something, the first thing you need to do is, at least acknowledge that fan base and say, here's something for you, but now we're going to go get new fans. You know what I'm saying? You got to balance that line. So I'm excited. Well, not about this movie, but excited about other things. But I just think that's the route they should have went. So that's pretty much my video. Looks like I scared everyone off or something. I don't know. I'm not being surrounded anymore, so that's cool. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the Ghostbuster movie. Like I said, I'm hoping next week I'll get to do a weight loss vlog. The weather this week has been horrible. That's why I haven't been able to get this video out to you much sooner. I wanted to do this a couple days ago, but the weather has been so bad. And if the weather can stay like it is today, I'll do the weight loss vlog tomorrow, and then Tuesday I'll probably do a raw review or a raw reaction or raw what I thought of Monday Night Raw, video. And then later next week, if the weather is still nice, I'll even do a couple movie vlogs where I talk about other movies like that scene. Like I was going to do one on Star Wars, and then I was going to do one on Deadpool and a couple other movies that I saw. And then even, actually the next video, besides the Raw review and the weight loss vlog, the one after that will probably be the MLP season spoiler trailer. I want to talk about that too. So hopefully I get to talk about MLP a little bit next week. That'll be kind of cool. But that's really it for now. You guys have a wonderful day. And if you like this video, please subscribe, because I got so much more to say about so many other things. Goodbye.